Hi guys, and welcome to the Rocket League Replays YouTube channel. Today, we want to present the video replay of the match between G2 Stride and Team Power during the Rocket League World Championship 2024. Don't forget to subscribe and put a like. Enjoy.
Champions of NA versus the champions of OCE. We had a quick break, Johnny, but I'm so excited to get into this. Game brought to you by Progressive.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. We've already seen what happened when Power got the salty run back with Gen.G. They had a lot of success in that variation of the rematch, but this one should be a little bit harder. G2 have been by far the best team in North America when it comes to LAN play. I mean, when it comes to playoffs, different level, but even now, they are the heavy favorites. Power have to keep proving. Even after the upset against Gen.G yesterday, we want to see more. We need two upsets before they can really be entering the discussion, the likes of which G2 are currently in.
Power definitely have the capabilities, the talent to beat top 8. Can they catch G2 off guard? And G2 themselves have to really respect Power after what they did to their little brothers of Gen.G.
Oh.
Now a tone being set. I think this is less going to be about mechanics and more about the right decisions being made, outsmarting your opponent. Already some quick demos from Power to get the ball rolling, but it's Daniel that cuts across all the defenders.
I think, the game plan's quite clear here for G2. We saw what they did yesterday against Limitless, just playing a very safe style. They didn't go for the, merciless approach Falcons do when they're playing down. They just try and score 20 goals. No, G2, they just try to never concede. Pretty much at all. They just try to play for clean sheets, and I expect that today against Power. If they could frustrate Power's offense, then Power will likely overextend, and G2 will be focusing on counter-attacks. So we'll see. I mean, Power do have the firepower. We saw that yesterday. 1 goal per game against a team of Gen.G's caliber is an astonishing performance. If they can replicate this, though, this would be one of the biggest upsets in Rocket League history.
I think G2 are just taking their time with it. I'm seeing a lot of carries by Daniel, now carries by Beast Mode. They seem to have the whole field, and you can't let them have that much time and space on the ball. Power cannot be scared of a team like G2, and maybe they underestimated who they were up against.
Well, they're hitting G2 with a bit of their own taste of their own medicine. Look at that brilliant 50-50 back into the middle. G2 creating some volatility there, just sending the third man charging into the play, but the rest of the team wasn't back. Power on the counter-attack with the 1-goal lead.
Yeah, G2 at like 70% of the field thought they could just kind of lay back, go back for boost, and Power caught them off guard. Power, a team that will definitely do that. Now very low on boost. Daniel Atomic will still get the corner. Now this comes back to Beast Mode. Has more to work with to get above Torsos and Fever. That's a dangerous touch, and Atomic almost took advantage. Daniel gets a bouncer to Beast Mode, who fakes the shot, wants the double, gets nothing.
It's very rare to see Beast Mode missing a double like that, completely missing it. You're probably looking for the double tap pass mid, like we've been seeing a lot today, but still, complete whiff, very rare to see. There's still chances for G2 though, as they start to swarm Power, trying to starve the boost away. And just get tons of shots on target. It's just gone in. Atomic slots it top left. The goalkeeper got a touch, but it did bounce in off the post.
Power are playing way too deep into their net. They'll get the initial save, but where is the layers of this defense? G2 can hit rebound after rebound. Eventually, the way that G2 can slot these, it will find the gap.
Yeah, especially if they get that many chances. Eventually, one of them's going to go in. Power have got a good chance here. In fact, Torsos is going to cut it middle immediately towards Fever, who's defended well by G2, but again, Power with the kickoff strats. Talked about it in the pre-show today. They were able to control Gen.G from the center circle in the matchup yesterday. Looking to repeat that against G2.
Oh, Fever with almost a dunk attempt there, and Banana Head was feeling it too. Even the third man from Power challenging, but thankfully it popped up. Bought time for Power to reorganize. And G2 have a full tank, but getting ball control has been more difficult now than it was when the game started. But Power aren't really pressing, especially when 2 are low on boost. This gives time for Beast Mode. You don't want to allow that. MVP potential. Atomic almost on the goal line. There we go.
Daniel not allowed to be included in this play, says Atomic, as Beast Mode with the immense reset. Outplay. Clean recovery there by Atomic. No nonsense, just making sure that he can finish off his own shot. And only after, of course, outplaying the last defender. Power struggling to control G2's offense right now. They've not been able to slow down the ball when G2 are attacking. It's just pinging about the box, switching sides left and right. Power really need to try and nullify that at some point, whether it's ground game or passing play.
Banana Head tried to go for the 50 on the goal line. It was a nice attempt. But yeah, Power gotta be way more preventative when it comes to these offenses, but keeping up with the G2 speed is something else as Daniel went for the double, but Beast Mode is able to get the corner boost steal. Power went for the demo, 3-on-2 man advantage. Fever trying to carve through, Banana Head playing with the bounce, giving a chance for Torsos to get involved, but that took all three of Power. G2 caught him on the back foot, low on boost. Atomic didn't get the drop down he was hoping for. Beast Mode ready on the right side, playing his chances against Banana Head as Power stabilized.
Yeah, but this is not a bad passage of play for Power. But you can see a clear difference. G2's defense just has a far easier time handling Power's attacking presses than Power do at the other end. Banana Head gonna try and change that fact. Flip reset. Boost steal by Torsos. Meanwhile, G2 again, easily able to deflect that attack and then take the ball away in a swift counter. It's a double commit there from G2. Not the cleanest continuation as Beast Mode now comes into the play, but Power unable to really create realistic chances to score. Maybe this will be one though. Passing play in the final third. No, again, just materializes for G2.
No one going for the corner boost there. Torsos really prioritized not letting G2 get set up, and as a type of preventative play, now you got 2 G2 and almost no one in net. Power got back in time as G2 still are finding that perfect footing to get organized. I think G2 are known to be striking early, and they're still finding that perfect pace. Daniel, there's no stopping him though.
Aces locked in. Look at this clean catch and then continuation by Daniel. I mean, that is a super difficult touch to make in the air, just taking all the power off the ball while bringing it under control like that. And while Power tried to get something of an attack started, they just concede one more. Now, they did drop game 1 to Gen.G yesterday. This isn't the end of the world for Power. They were able to come back, win that series. Clear issues early on, though. They're not able to break down G2's defense, and that has been the problem for a lot of teams this season in RLCS. G2, I think, unanimously considered the best defensive team, holding teams to low scores, even no goals sometimes, often. And in this case, they've only conceded 1 in game 1. But they do need a good performance here, and they're so far showing a good performance. We already know what Power can do. It's going to be G2 with a half-flip kickoff that Power utilized yesterday. Awesome to see all these teams utilizing this, just leaving the ball. And, you know, be careful. If you're going to try this at home, you do want to have comms. Because sometimes your teammates just get very confused and annoyed when you do anything that isn't meta.
Yeah, G2 are just one of the most cohesive, structured teams, so them going for more and more demos, especially Atomic, tells me that they're trying to test what Power can do on the structure side. Are the gears still turning when they're a man down, and what decisions do they make in the moments of those demos? You know, I'm seeing Power try to...
He's actually been around for a whole long time now, and the experience is showing, no more so than in the grand final of the London Major. They're able to lock in and dominate in the biggest stage.
Yeah, G2 aren't like going past Daniel when he's on these dribbles. They're really expecting the 50 in the midfield from Power, and Daniel, mainly when he does go for these dribbles, will have someone below him to play off of that 50. Now Fever and Torsos, Atomic intercepts. Banana Head has the beat on Daniel, but just to get the ball to the corner, it's a nice bouncer to Fever, but not on target.
I think, yeah, Fever can just hit top bins there. There's nothing Atomic can do about it. He was 0 boost on the goal line, no momentum. It's rare to see G2 in those positions. They focus a ton on boost with their gameplay, their defensive gameplay, their offensive gameplay. They're very, very boost dominant and boost focused. Oh, what a dunk. Oh my goodness, it's just in. Banana Head for the second game in a row. It's going to be Power opening the score, but how has Banana Head got a goal here? Wave dash, and then just a random flip into the ball that G2 didn't expect. He dunks over 2.
I feel like G2 are getting a little too comfortable, like just judging based on Atomic waiting for the corner boost and kind of trying to find himself in the middle of that, to Daniel back passing to his own back wall to dribble across. Like, G2 feel like they're dominating.
I think G2 correctly knew that Banana Head was out of boost there. They probably calmed it, and they're going to tie the game. Surely, no, it's a heroic save as G2 failed to equalize the score. Power with the defensive stand. And G2 have got a lot of the game to play with. This is going to be a tough hold if Power are going to win by 1.
Not a lot of aggression from Power, at least it's very regulated at the moment. They really want to be sure when they push, and did Daniel just save his son? I don't know who hit that.
They might have tried a mid-air passing play there. I mean, it almost worked. G2 have been known for those mid-air passing plays, hitting the ball back into the player who's just knocked it forward. Power have always got to be on the lookout. They might have to just commit 2 players to these aerial plays Saw that earlier on, Team Secret against Pioneers, the other Australian team. Sometimes it's that air dribble bump that takes one player out of the game, leaving the ball open. You just need to send two. The double commit often a criticism, even in pro play. Sometimes it's necessary.
It was a great 50 by Torsos to just get the ball rolling for Power. They're up one, but you're gonna need a whole lot more than that against G2. Beast Mode playing deep, hoping for the long pass, and Power are trying to play a step ahead. All three of G2 with their backs against the wall, with Banana Head trying to cut through. But through all the cooks in the kitchen, I don't think so.
Well, this has been a much better game for Power. They're breaking free of defense with far greater success. It's been about finding the right touch. Oh, what a pass, and the redirect is good. Beast Mode's going to be there to save it. But those are the kind of passes that were not there for Power in game one. They were just giving the ball away with soft clears over and over again. Now they're finding those outlet passes. They're, more importantly, presenting those passes. They have players upfield for them as Beast Mode ends up on the wrong side of the ball there. Final minute, Power still holding G2 to just 0 in game two.
Gotta watch Fever with these 50s too. If Power can just force it to his second man, but now Torsos could be overwhelmed and made himself big on the post. Made the most out of that 1v2 situation. And Atomic even gets pressed by Torsos, stealing boost. G2 have all the time in the world, and look at Beast Mode go.
What a pass, Beast Mode, pre-jumping off the sidewall in front of Daniel, who completely nails the lob pass. I mean, the redirect was spectacular as well, don't get me wrong, but that pass is unbelievable by Daniel.
G2 are ramping up. They found the equalizer after Power started looking more productive too. Now with boost, dodging Beast Mode, Torsos has to get up, use a lot of boost. Hopefully get this to Fever. But these long passes, I think, are going to be difficult to accomplish if you're Power against a team as good as G2, as cohesive as G2. But Torsos taking his time on the ball to assess how the 50 is coming is how you can buy yourself some real estate. But now the pop-up, Power are losing momentum. 10 seconds left before OT.
That might be another pre-jump attempt by G2. Beast Mode better get back, but they've got Daniel in defense, so they should be more than fine. Beast Mode going straight back towards the ball to help out. Will it go up? Yes, it will. A little bit of a contest, though, as both teams think about it. No, they let it drop into overtime.
Yeah, Power are going to have to cross all the way to the blue half. Better not risk it. Now OT for game one. Just weren't sure what side of the coin you were going to get from Power and how much of a dent they could put into the armor of G2. One of the favorites to go deep into this tournament, into Worlds, if not win the whole thing, as Banana Beast Mode tries to go for the high 50, now collides into Atomic. The team pinches third man from G2, kind of is going to leave this, as Power have these opportunities where they could really attack the ball, but they leave it.
There have been a couple of uncharacteristic whiffs by G2. Beast Mode in the last game, Daniel right there. And, you know, against a team like Power in their current form, you cannot afford to make those mistakes. Luckily for G2, Power did not expect them to happen. Weren't there to punish. Torsos couldn't get in the end of that clear. Now here comes Daniel. He's past one. He's going to try and get past the second, drop it down for Beast Mode. And there it is. It's the passing of Daniel. It's been the difference. G2 win in overtime.
What a masterclass first. One defender dodge, two defender dodge, whip from Banana Head. Torsos is like, I can't stop him once he's in that, but they gotta be sure on these 50s, especially in the air.
Yeah, I mean, well, Power, they've shown their level at this tournament between yesterday's series and this one. This is why they're such a respected team in practice. You'll hear a lot of pros have high praise for Power when it comes to scrim results, and they haven't really been able to replicate that in the big games on LAN this season. But this is, you know, so far, a respectable performance by Power. You know, we keep saying it whenever the underdog is keep holding the favorite to overtimes and one-goal games. But they'll think, based on what they've seen so far, that this is honestly winnable. They've seen weaknesses. Oh, you can't let Daniel through like this, though. Torsos misses his interception. And, of course, Daniel's there to finish.
It's the defense and just their control in the air. Power can slip up in those moments, and G2 now know also how to curve around it, know what they're going for, and how to counteract that. G2 are some of the masters at flying into the air and being comfortable in those positions. And if G2 can keep forcing the plays to be in the air like that, where Power seem to be uncomfortable, then I guess this is where G2 are going to thrive.
I mean, G2, they've had flashes of brilliance in this series. It's not been the you know, most consistent performance for them. And that's maybe even more scary for all the other teams in this tournament. G2, not even on their best day, still getting world-class goals in every game they play. And if they can, you know, continue to do what they've done all season. Oh, hold on. Torsos, double tap. Where did that come from? It's 1-1. Never mind G2 and their continued improvement throughout tournaments. Look at Torsos rolling back the years and drilling one through.
Just a great launch, but getting so high up on the ball was everything, and would have had a great recovery nonetheless. Ties up the game. Torsos off the solo play. Again, quality is all that matters for Power. Now Banana Head against Beast Mode, misses that off the ceiling. Deals with it well against Atomic too. Look at Banana Head go, a 2-on-1 to put Daniel on the edge. And Power is still trying to get something going, but that light touch wasn't it.
Yeah, Fever wanted Torsos to fake that. He committed, hoping that the calm would come through in time. Looks like Torsos was just already a little bit too committed to the play to pull out. Power playing with confidence. This is the sort of regain that OCE's been lacking all season, and it's promising to see it happening now against NA1 seed, defending major champions. Torsos ground double tap now. Beast Mode respected it and stopped it.
Yeah, Power feel like they're gonna lose the 50s, then try to dodge them. I'm seeing more kind of delays with Power to really think through their approach and slow down the pace of play to somewhere they're comfortable. Now Beast Mode, shot on target, Fever makes the save, and Banana Head helps him follow up. Tommy tries to back pass, but now Banana Head fights him for it. And that was almost a counterattack opportunity.
Well, that's the great cover by Power. When the bad clear comes in, teammate is there to help him out, because sometimes it's difficult to get a good clear when you're making a tough save like that. Having someone else in the area to help save it, that's what Power need. Now half the game to go. G2 continuing to test Power, just knocking more and more shots at the backboard. Power composed, dribble the ball out of defense. Daniel with not a lot of boost. He could probably score from here, knowing him, but he decides not to. Even attempted shots on target. G2 are just taking the ball on the scenic route right now. Just throwing at the left wall, the ceiling. Let's take a look at what's happening over here. Never a rush when G2 are attacking. They're quite happy to take their time.
Yeah, Torsos played the 50 instead of trying to intercept the pass, and I think G2 are waiting for the pawns on the chessboard to move before acting, and it really is going to be a mind game between G2 and Power of who's going to make the correct move, and is it still going to be checkmate for G2 as Beast Mode is now just Goomba stomping Banana Head. Torsos with the back hit there. Still will not touch G2.
I love the pace by Banana Head. You know, Power for large parts of this series have been able to match G2's speed, which is incredibly impressive for these guys who've shown so much improvement throughout the year. Oh my goodness, Torsos finds an opening and he slots it past G2. They just fell asleep for a second. Atomic and Daniel in no man's land, and Torsos puts it in.
Just a quick lapse, but that puts Power within, or G2 I guess, within striking distance at a minute 35. As Power, okay, now Beast Mode forced to make the save, but he almost got shoved. G2 gotta wake up. It is still series point, but Power are up, but for how long? And it's just an open net for not much longer, I guess.
Beast Mode demo on third with perfect timing. Fever got taken out of the play as the ball came over the top of the other two players on the Power lineup. And Beast Mode's there to dunk it in just to make absolutely sure. 2-2. Now, this is a massive game for Power. Even if you don't believe in the reverse sweep, every game matters in Swiss. If they can get a game here, if they can get this game, then their next round match could be a whole lot easier.
Yeah, I think Power trying to make a play offensively that close to the net. It's been tough. Sometimes it takes a shot from the midfield like Torsos did, or just a lucky dunk. I don't know. But Power don't have a lot of options, don't have a lot of time, but they gotta throw everything at G2 to even slightly make them uncomfortable, and I don't even think that's the case for G2. They don't look too scared or worried. That dunk was close as Banana Head waits for his moment to shine, and Fever does not want to let this midfield free, and the demo will open it up.
Yeah, it's disciplined play there by Atomic, not to panic, just let the ball roll across this goal line in front of him. I know a lot of you watching back home, myself included, I would probably have own goaled that. Let's just admit it. It's too tempting. You just got to hit the ball.
30 seconds before OT hits. Torsos sees a free ball, and Beast Mode will 50 it, and it's a miss from Power. You got to be careful. Your third man of Banana Head had to make contact with the ball, and you do not want to give up an open net at this time. And Torsos, Banana Head trying to bulldoze the net. G2 will hold the wall. Torsos to Fever, gets away from Daniel.
Oh.
The double touch, the double, it's in!
Fever with a goal of the tournament contender. Sidewall double, skims in off the post, off the G2 defender who had to try and post pitch to save it. They thought it's going in off the post. It did. What a shot by Fever.
Gotta watch this kickoff though with 5 seconds left. G2 go to collect boost, all three have it. Gotta stop Fever, easy for Daniel. Free ball, beast mode. 50s to the side, in front of the net. Banana Head is hunting. It's beast mode looking for bumps. Fever gonna put a hand up. Torsos collides two. Double commit. It's up to Banana Head to get this down.
Easy peasy, no biggie.
Calculated, obviously. But what's the plan now in game 4? Power still trailing the series. Match point still for G2. The G2 know maybe they can't award Power too much real estate. They may still have to send someone to contest the play against Power. You never know what they're up to, and that's just the beauty of watching an OCE team play.
Nice cut of rotation there by Atomic to try and surprise Power's defense, but Power's defense is looking more and more calm with every passing game. Here, game 1, they were panicking pretty much every time G2 touched the ball. Game 2, much better. Game 3, they win it, and they managed to really pass the ball a lot more in defense, get those successful 50-50s that were lacking earlier on in the series. And they've not really let go of their offense either. They are sending, that was a pre-jump on the attempted infield pass there. I mean, they're really going for it with every attacking play they get.
Power like sharks, they're just surrounding G2. They have to go from one side of the field or one side to the other to get away from them. Bit of a miss from Atomic. Beast mode played close though. It's gonna take a lot to score against G2. It's Atomic, the 50 towards the crossbar. It's a heavy bounce, giving a moment for G2 to breathe, and now they're all locked up on their half. Torsos shoving Atomic out of the way, and Banana Head scores!
Banana Head just rolls it through. G2 need to hit the gym as multiple 50-50s go straight through them. Torsos and Banana Head just muscling it through to open the scoring for the second game in a row.
Oh, Power having a good time. That's all it takes. Unified effort. If G2 are there, they will remove them by force if needed. Now Banana Head and Fever in the air, low on boost, gotta retreat. Torsos slowing down G2 is a good start, but now you're leaving Daniel with a full tank to get a couple of touches, and Atomic's involved too. The double right down low, and it's a bouncer, so Daniel's gonna keep possession, keep it to the side, and beast mode now contests Banana Head. You gave time for Power to recollect themselves, and the counterattack was almost nice, and it leaves an open net!
It's a counter-attack.
Yeah.
So G2 tie the game. Torsos tried to redirect that past Daniel. Daniel just comes away with the ball and scores at the other end. Well, Power, they definitely overstepped the mark there. That was unnecessary. They had nobody back, and they've completely committed to try and make it a 2-goal game. But G2 are never going to go down easily. They've got the firepower to score from any position on the pitch. Daniel quickly punished them there.
Seems like Power are willing to take that risk of sending all three, give them any options to find any gap within G2. They're such a difficult team to score on, so Power may just accept that risk, especially since they were up by 1, and good tip away by Power, and Fever goes for the boost. Now can take the ball up high, gets under it with the reset to avoid Atomic, and now relies on Torsos to get the 50 towards Banana Head. It's the bounce, it's the shot, and it's the save by G2!
It's nearly another G2 counterattack. It's off the post after being saved at the other end. But Power with the passing plays, the quick decision making, just making the right calls in those situations. They are really testing G2 here. #1 defense in the world, being pushed to the limit.
Here's Atomic, good launch towards the backboard to keep it close against the two defenders as Daniel stalls it out, gives themselves time to retreat. G2 just keep pestering them. Power just can't get a good drive going without G2 throwing themselves at the ball, but that's what G2 needed to correct. Not let Power get too comfortable on the ball. Don't let them get good control, make Power look awkward. Now Beast Mode's on the ceiling with no boost, and Banana Head was ready.
Oh, one touch by Atomic though. Quick turnaround on what looked like a decent clear out of Power. Now G2 are starting to spread around their offense. They've got Atomic lurking at the far post here. stick it back into the middle after the soft clear happens. This is much better from Fever, staying with the ball as he clears it. Air dribble out of defense, Banana Head, Torsos. Couldn't decide whose ball it was. Now G2 are going to try and find a way through again. They've almost done it, but again, Power standing strong in the way of them.
It's like G2 trying to force a team bump there. Now Beast Mode's off the ceiling and a bounce to Daniel. Torsos, great reaction, great read. Atomic just gonna leave this to Fever. No, he was beat. Now Power in the corner. It's been tough for them to get a good setup. See what Banana Head can do, just trying to bully his way through. I don't think he can get away again with that. Now Fever with the musty towards the back wall. Torsos with the shot high towards the crossbar. This Banana Head, not the greatest touch, giving a chance for Atomic and G2 to go for the counterattack. It's a shot from the midfield!
What a slot by Atomic, and it's another G2 counterattack. Atomic dusts the third man, immediately recovers, and how about that for a finish in off the post and the bar. G2, 48 seconds away from the 2-0 round.
G2 know how to punish a defense. 46 seconds, or this series is over for Power, and Banana Head just couldn't approach that 50 right. Beast Mode had him on lock. Fever has no boost. Banana Head has to do something.
No way.
Torsos has got Atomic in jail. Dangerous cross in front of the net, but Power is still resetting. 2 players without boost. That's a dangerous miss from Fever. Banana Head tries to stop Daniel. Oh my God, he's unleashed.
Oh, Daniel's just way too strong in the air. Catches up to his own forward hit and staunches Banana Head. Bounces in off the post as well. It's a heartbreaker for Power, who are just hoping that's going to bounce out. And now they're pretty much all in. 23 seconds left, 2 goals to get.
This is where Power got to send the house. Where they're worried about the 1-1. Atomic now trying to dump them. Power, it's not over. Now Daniel forced to make the save. You've got GT a little bit awkward as Beast Mode. Well, he's got possession of the ball. He just has to kill a few more seconds. And that really is it. G2 may have dropped the game, but I don't think you've seen the peak. I don't think you've seen the last of G2. They take the series 3-1.